All right, Virgo, welcome into March 2024. Let's see what's going on for you. These readings are all Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, so feel free to swap around the energies. As always, I could be talking to a cross watcher, so FYI. I'm going to go a little bit more into the astrology in the extended reading, but I do want to say right off the bat, we have a lot of energy in Pisces and Aries as we're moving through this next couple of months. And Pisces is falling in your seventh house of relationships, intimate partnerships, business partnerships, things like that. And then the eighth house is the house of secrets. Eighth house is the house of hidden knowledge. And so let's see how this reading plays out. I'm asking for Virgo to gain some information about what's going to be happening in March based on the energies that are going on. So meditate. Your partner sign is Pisces, and Pisces is a very spiritual sign. So you could be hooked up with someone who's very spiritual, or that's your ideal partner. The talisman, which is the key to all of this. Air sign. Okay. Air sign, or some kind of recognizing that your spiritual connection and your intuition is not a function of your mind. I've been talking to my Pathfinders group about this, and we're going to be continuing to talk about it in 2024. Every session, I give a little lesson. And, we've been talking about the difference between fear and intuition, and the difference between wishful thinking and intuition. And by far, the thing that messes us up in terms of our intuitive sensibility is that intuition is a knowing. It's not a thinking. So it's not your mind. And your mind is something that is like a computer. It takes in information and organizes it. It's able to weigh the pros and cons. It's able to do all that, but that's not intuition. All right, intuition is a sudden knowing without having to think it through, without any kind of impact from the mind. And that's why we meditate. That's why we meditate, is to quiet the mind, because intuition is soft. Intuition doesn't scream at you. Fear screams at you. And a lot of times fear comes through the lens of a perceived danger. Maybe based on our upbringing, based on what our family thinks is dangerous. Like if you're gonna leave, you've got to come from a family of lawyers, and you're like, no, I want to juggle in the circus. And they're like, that's dangerous because it's not part of the tried and true. And so there can be this sense of anything new is perceived as dangerous. And so we keep ourselves kind of in a box. Not that you want to juggle for the circus, but I'm just trying to make a big leap. So there's something here about learning about your own intuitive process and your intuition system, right? There's something about learning that and not being so much up in your head about things. All right, so much in your mind about things, or needing concrete proof of things. Intuition doesn't really play that game. Intuition is our connection to the divine. Intuition is our system that helps us navigate. It's bringing information outside of what can be known right now by my brain. Okay, by my mind. So let's see where we're going here with Virgo. I feel like that's the key for you, is to start trusting your intuition, start learning a spiritual practice, because we have Saturn right now in Pisces, and that is about hey, you need to do something that's disciplined around your spirituality. That's a big thing that's happening right now. So underneath is the Empress. That's Libra and Taurus. We've got the Queen of Swords. We got the Five of Cups. We've got the World, the Five of Wands, and the Strength card. You are being asked to learn something new, and it's taking a lot of courage to do it. This could be coming up for you. And I feel like this is coming from a creative place. So Pisces is very creative energy. You might want to look in your own birth chart and see what's in the 5th house. If Pisces is in your 7th house, then we're talking about Capricorn in your 5th house. And Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. So there's something very heavy and difficult for you possibly about lightening up and opening up to creativity and intuition. There may be a challenge there. The biggest difference between fear and intuition is that fear constricts us, makes us smaller, and it brings more uncertainty. Intuition brings clarity. Intuition is an aha moment, like, oh, yeah, I knew that all along. Or, oh, wow. Right? When you kind of put some dots together. You're being asked to learn something new. And I don't feel like it's coming from the mind. I feel like it's coming. So some of you are being asked to learn how to meditate, okay, on a very concrete level, right? Because your 5th house is very concrete. As it relates to a relationship, so much energy in that 7th house. So you might be needing to get creative in a relationship in order to invigorate it, or it might end. 5 of Cups, 5 of Wands, need to get creative. And it's like, oh, what does that even mean? Okay. And so you can't think it. You've got to feel into it. When someone says they're feeling into something, that's what they mean. That it's not coming from a thinking process. So that's something that's being asked of you right now. Okay. As we get into March. Wow. This is an aha moment. Tower. 4 of Cups. Some of you are ignoring love and staying in a situation that requires it's like, okay, I can stay here. But even to stay there requires creativity. Like, you're not going to be able to just coast. 4 of Wands. Surprise. 7 of Swords. 9 of Swords. Ace of Pentacles. Wow. Okay. 9 of Cups. 8 of Swords. Look at how much you're holding yourself back. King of Wands. So you're either dealing with a Taurus, a Libra. I mean, there's Taurus here too. Taurus and Libra. Leo. The person that you could be really wanting to go toward is a Leo or a fire sign. Someone who has done this. I feel like that's the purpose of this. One of the main purposes of this relationship is they have done it. They have done it. They have crossed some kind of Rubicon in their life. And I feel like you're just really holding yourself back. Even though this person has proved it's possible. Even so. It's like, yeah, you did it, but I don't know if I can do it. Right? Like, okay, sure. Like, yes, it's possible in the universe of all things. The 8 of Swords is telling me you're holding yourself back in a big way. 4 of Wands, Ace of Pentacles. There's a new opportunity. A new opportunity coming in within the next 9 weeks. 9 of Swords. Let's see about timing here. You're going to have to... The 7 of Swords is a secret. Remember I said about the 7th house into the 8th house. So there's something there's something that's existing. You've got Pisces in that 7th house. Saturn is there. We have a new moon in Pisces coming in March, right? We have a full moon in Virgo in your sign at the end of February coming up, right as I'm doing this reading, coming up this weekend. And that could show you the path, right? If you're working on your spiritual connection, if you're working on your intuition, that could show you the path here. So timing, I feel like by the end of this year, you'll see the full the full opportunity. Okay, August. So that's Leo time, right? So we have Lionsgate is being a big crossroads here. And I just see you right now, even with this tower, it's almost like you've already had the tower moment. You've already put the dots together, but you're like, no, I still don't trust it. There's a lack of trust here. I saw trust when I was shuffling the cards. There's a lack of trust. It's possible that someone lied to you in the past, or someone cheated on you, or something like that, or some kind of thing went off sideways in your past. It doesn't even have to be a real thing. It can be that your family tells you or told you that if you color outside the lines, you're going to get burned. All right. If you do anything that isn't like what we do in this family, you're going to get burned. And I feel like this person that you're going toward, this Leo, is like entrepreneurial. They're not stuck in a path, stuck in a lineage of I do what I do what my father did, and he does what his father did. It's almost like that. Now, I'm not suggesting, because I see a lot of feminine energy here. I'm not really, I feel like I might be talking to a feminine Virgo, or someone who has a lot of feminine energy in there. So we're not talking about gender, right? So a lot of feminine energy, meaning that there's something here about allowing, that you have allowed in the past. The decisions have been more passive. The decisions have been more because of what the family wants. Then this is obviously what I do. It's like you've created a box for yourself here that I don't think you're too psyched about. All right. I don't think you're too psyched about this 9 of Swords. And I feel like this person, this King of Wands, has shown you there's other stuff out there. So it's almost like you've eaten hamburger your whole life, or you've eaten a certain kind of vegetables or a certain kind of pasta your whole life. And then someone takes you to a different restaurant, and it's like, opens up the world for you. This opens up the world for you. And the Ace of Pentacles, it's like you're resisting it. Okay. The Moon, the 7 of Pentacles, the 7 of Cups, and the Knight of Wands. That's a risk. I feel like you have the opportunity to take a risk. The full moon, it doesn't have to be right on the full moon, but there is an opportunity here. Full moon, new moon. We do have eclipse happening at the end of March. It's in Libra, 5 degrees Libra. So if you have any planets at 5 degrees Libra, that's being activated. And I feel like there's the moon is about being deluded or fearful. The subconscious kind of coming up out of the water, the fear of making a mistake. Okay. But I feel like the 7 of Pentacles is about the Saturnian energy, Saturn and Pisces, about doing some kind of discipline that plants some kind of seeds for you. Okay, even if you don't know how it's going to come out on the other side. I'm getting that a lot. I feel like you've held yourself back. 7, 8, 9 of Swords. What's that about? Page of Swords, Death. 3 of Pentacles, Page of Wands. There's an opportunity coming in here. That Ace of Pentacles, there is an opportunity coming in. I feel like you are dealing with a fire sign here, that this is going to change your life. This opportunity is going to change your life. And it's already shown up in some way. Let's clarify the Tower. You know what this is. If this reading is for you, you know what this is, this Tower. Two of Pentacles, stay or go. Knight of Pentacles, there's Virgo energy. The Temperance card, yeah, Sagittarius. And the 4 of Pentacles. I feel like it's represented by a person, but I do feel like this is a spiritual, like destiny showing up on your path. But it's in the embodiment of another person, because I feel like you need to see the other person successful at it, or you need to see the other person making that choice or something like that in order to choose it. Like, it can't just be this idea, right? It can't just be this ether. It has to be proven to me. I feel like the real crossroads comes in August. Okay, so I'm going to talk in the extended about the astrology of March. This is the time, possibly, when this is illuminated for you. You may not have had that tower moment yet. Okay, all right, so let's see where we go. April and May are big, and then we get into August. So this year is full of a lot of upheaval, and I do feel like there's a person who's shining a light on a path for you. Whether you trust it or not, we'll see. Okay. All right. Link is below Virgo. I will continue on. If you want to continue on with me, there's the link. I'll see you over there. All right. I hope you enjoyed that video. If it was helpful to you, please consider liking this video and sharing it with anybody who might have a need for similar kind of information. And if you like this video, check out these videos.